Hello there and welcome to episode 29 of the Seablock. Today we're going to live a pretty uncoordinated and randomly influenced life because I have access to new metals, and due to that I have no clue what I'm able to, what I'm up to. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to smelter in some of those new metals, and then we're going to experiment what we're able to. So first off, it seems that I can craft these babies now. I can do these completely by hand. Fascinating. So we're going to start the hand crafting of these and going to think a little bit more about technology. So garden processing is something I don't have a clue what to do with that. I haven't checked that out yet. So first off, I want to know what are the next technologies I have access to, which I really want to have as soon as possible. Chemical plants, pump jack research. What the heck am I going to do with those? Electrolysis. Saline water turns into sodium hydroxide, chlorine gas, and hydrogen gas. Okay. Nothing too useful for me. New assemblers. Fermentation. Okay. So we're going to have some farming. Maybe I'm going to go for farming next. Nutrient pulp. That sounds like farming gear. Heat pipes. Nuclear power. Advanced ore crushers. There's a lot of... I noticed the clay bricks more often and the electronic circuits more often. Advanced chrome smelting. Advanced cobalt smelting. Advanced manganese smelting. Yeah, we're so far away from these things. Metallurgy, there go a lot of different other advanced smeltering techniques. Sulfur processing, that's something. So what can I do here? Hydrogen fluoride gas. Well, doesn't seem like the stuff I need, because I have other substances to work with here right now. No. Nothing I can use. Blue algae processing. Yeah, well, there are a lot of different things up here. Geode processing. What the heck are geodes? Gas and oil extraction. Well, ore processing. Sounds like more like things that I'm more used to. So far there's practically nothing I want to acquire next. So I can do lithium out of the lithia salt. Hooray. That's what I completely needed. Well, at least I can refine that stuff now. And lithium perchlorate. Well, good thing that I can research that now. Steel furnaces. Well, that might be interesting after all. Circuit network, explosives, engines, tool belt, hooray, electric energy distribution, steel axis. Wow, I'm really surprised how little interesting options there are really available for me. So looks like I really have to think about something else to continue next. So, and also how to get more use out of that. So I'll need those. Okay. I mean, I could dismantle the water treatment, the hydro plant I have over there to get the stuff I need. That would be an option, of course. So it turns out here we are producing more ore from one type than from the other type. Weird. So why the heck are... Why is this guy not working? Because he didn't need to work. So overall, it seems to me like, are these guys really working balanced? I have a hard time believing that, but yeah, they are. It doesn't look like it. It must be all the backed up slack production they had beforehand. But if we look at that, so shouldn't they be no, I need to get this as a cluster here. So turns out I have a surplus of slag slurry and mineral sludge. Thought so. How so? I mean, oh, of course, the ratios here I had set up were just, well, I think some parts of the machinery are overproducing here to some degree, so I could connect one more machine into the array. Okay. You see, there's a lot of thought process today involved. Not so many things to build and actually work with. And also, one thing I wanted to go for today, that's really the only real goal I've made up for today, is I want to think about my ability to farm. Like, what does that even mean? So I sadly lost all the farming items I've found before. So I mean, I have here extraction techniques now, and I'm getting seeds out of that extraction, and then I can put up farming plots. Well, I don't know what exactly I'm going to need for that, but we're going to see. We're going to see. So, to start with, I'm going to get my land. I'm building myself a bridge over there to check out the farming specimen. And then we're going to build a farm today. Because right now, it seems to me that I'm pretty far away from really using the green science. But it's really, really cool to acquire these things right away. So there's a temperate tree. So I have now a temperate tree. Let's check out FNEI and see what we can do with a temperate tree. This game is just so I can do a temperate tree seed generator. There's a temperate tree, temperate garden. So it's not really. Or, that's my bad. So, I just looked for the item. So here goes the temperate tree. So, I had a fumble there. Okay, so I'm able to turn a temperate tree into a temperate tree seed generator. Or I can turn that thing into 10 units of raw bioresin. That doesn't sound too smart to me. I want to keep that. And I think I'm going to set up some sort of chest for that stuff, because honestly it seems to me that a lot of these things will get used later. So the trees find their use in tree seed generators, and then we can, I guess I can produce more trees out of the tree seed generator, and then I can manufacture that stuff into raw bioplastics. So it's nothing really interesting for now. So desert farming, swamp farming, temperate farming, there we have the use for the green science. Boom, right away. So binifron, sure, I have no clue what I will use that stuff for, but I'm pretty sure that it will be useful at some point. Nilaubergine, crystal dust. Okay, that's really, really fascinating here. A complete new world unfolds before me. Zombie eucalyptus seed. That now does worry me a little bit. Nuts. Okay. Temperate farming, garden processing. So I can produce alien plant life samples out of that. So let's research that tech next. And I hope I have enough space in my inventory to just pick up the contents of this island and head home. I have a lot of wood now in my inventory too. But these things now I'm going to save because they are the starter colony for my farming endeavors. I've understood so much already. Okay. I want to do something here. Don't know if it's smart or anything, but I don't care. So we're going to drop down another splitter here. And it's only allowed to filter through iron ore. Just want to make sure that I'm not suffering from any buildups here. Oopsie. There we go. Alright. Well, that doesn't really make sense, honestly. But it seems to me I want to move the backup stuff a little bit. No, that doesn't really make sense what I did there. Well, I'm going to keep it. Can salvage the materials later from my senseless endeavor. Okay, so what up next? I can now, but I can't do that by hand. So we are going to need a seed extractor, and without a seed extract, and we can't produce the seed extractor without electronic circuits. So step by step things unfold. That means I'm going to need the electronic circuits next, or nothing will happen. Okay, let's go. Going to drop down a chest though. Well, let's drop it here. That's the space I consider as my mall anyways. So we're going to store all these valuable things just in case I might die. What the? Why? Ah, double clicking with double left click while control is pressed empties the whole inventory somewhere else. Or is it control click on an empty space? Yes, it was control click on an empty space. I don't want to try it another time. But I can try it on a chest here. Yeah, it's control click on an empty space. This game is full of little key combinations that I never managed to pick up fully. So this whole assembly array here is of course now nonsense because it doesn't work anymore the way it did before. I will dismantle it therefore. We had a good time here. It was fun and stuff. I had a lot of transport belts produced, but due to the configuration changes I did in the last episode, belts are now produced in a different way than they were produced in the past, so I don't see any benefit of sticking with that. So we're going to despair due to the lack of inventory space. Oh man, this is so disgustingly much stuff. There goes the Helmod smart tool. Go away. So the Helmod actually creates a little blueprint out of the thingy here. So because that got mentioned in the comments last episode, so you can drop down a ghost with a proper recipe there, but it'll always create a little blueprint there. So there will be always a blueprint in your inventory, furthermore. Alright. So, things I need. Fuel in my smelters. This will free up my inventory as well. Oops, that was the wrong spot. So, okay. So I regained now my orientation, and next step are the electronic circuit boards. I mean, these are electronic circuit boards a la Bob, and that means we're needing electronic components, and we're going to need basic electronic boards. It's a quite long production chain. So we're going to start with the basic electronic board recipe. Let's go. Let's see, can I actually, I think I can remove a few of these old things and start from up front here. So, whoops. Let's go for the boards. Going to set up this production chain beforehand. So we're going to compute by factory though. I want one of these boys running. Okay. Well, the amount of machines is here not nearly as interesting as the way of production there. So I'll need solder. Solder is made out of lead and tin, so we need. Oh, that's even more nasty than I had in my memory. So we're having to mix a solder mixture before we go for the solder. Ah, there goes molten solder. Okay, but molten solder is also made out of molten. Okay, whatever. So, turns out we're going to need some mixture before we can produce this here. So, there we go. We need a metal mixing furnace, do we? Well, we don't. Can use that. Okay, so loop-de-doo. So we're going to smelter solder mixture into pure solder. And for the basic electronic components, I'm going to need tinned copper wires. That's going to be another little production chain here. Tinned copper wires are nothing special. They're just copper wires added with tin plates. So that's not really hard to produce, is it? I really feel like I want to expand this network here a little bit, but it's just me being impatient. Okay. So I want to automate this process as soon as possible because it might be painfully slow, but automating that would be a big boon to my overall productivity. So let's create some space for that. And well, I'm going to use the materials I have here for the production of electronic circuits because honestly everything is pretty worthless without electronic circuits, you know. So what I'm going to do here is quite simple. We're going to split out these plates. What's that? That's lead, isn't it? There we go. So I just did it the wrong way. Have to do it this way. So garden processing technology is finished. Awesome. There we go. Except for the filter direction was wrong, but now it'll work. So this will bring me exactly the stuff I need to produce the solder mixture. I'm going to pin this stuff because it's easier that way. So solder mixture we do in a assembling machine. I'm surprised about that. Okay, I really expected a furnace for that. Anyways, let's do this and do that. I'm going to produce the solder right here where we're standing. So let's check it out. Yeah, that should be okay there. So now I have the solder mixture. Okay, this will be used for the boards themselves. So this is one of the 3 components we need for the boards themselves, but we need to make the actual solder still. Well, might as well do that right here. Just to be done with that. And also I need to grab some new charcoal. So here I am now at the end of the red science. And well, let's produce a few more science packs. So for now my strategy is quite simple. Oh my god, I need new laboratories for that. But okay, they just need basic circuit boards. These are the ones I have, right? Filter inserters. Can I produce those? Not without electronic circuits. So nothing here will happen at all before we have access to electronic circuits, because basically everything of the green science production is locked behind the electronic circuit boards. Okay, well, that's at least something to know. That means my steps I'm taking here are perfectly fine. So next up will be the production of the tinned copper wires. Somehow I need to transport the tin to where my copper is at. Just grabbing a few more units of charcoal. And maybe drop some green algae where people are actually happy seeing that stuff. Okay. And I need to dump some ores. I have too many of those. Okay. Let's check is down here anything I want to have. Well, could grab a few units of sand, but well, why not? Just to expand my premises if necessary. Okay. Well, one day I need to stop with these hand-fed production chains. It's really feeling unprofessional. But for the time being, it has to work like that. Okay, I'm just needing one place to produce those solder, those tinned copper wires. So, looks like I'm going to lead that stuff down here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Although that sounds pretty crazy to me to pipe that amount of tin down here, but well, let's just be a little bit crazy then. Don't know how good that'll work out though, honestly. Honestly, I have my doubts, but we're going to see. Mainly because the mall area is so far away, so maybe I could bring the copper over there. Maybe that would be easier, huh? So bringing the copper over there wouldn't be too hard, actually. So let's do that. I have a better feeling with piping the copper over here, where I have an actual massive surplus of copper plates, whereas tin plates are really, really rare for me. So, how we're going to do that? Let's do it like that. Because my chests down here are pretty full, aren't they? Yeah. I have massive amounts of copper, so that's good. Let's get it through here then. I have an idea in mind. Going to do it like that. Well, looks like the splitter goes here. And I'm going to lead it through here only tin plates. Ooh, that's the wrong side. And then we can grab the materials from here. Well, actually, this doesn't need a splitter at all. Can't just do it like that. Perfectly fine. And what was the product again? Tinned copper wires. The output there is not good. Let's do it there. But I have a slight feeling that I'm not having enough materials available. There's really not any tin getting towards this place here. Just because the solder mixture is eating up everything. That's a quite nasty one, huh? Well, do it here. But it just stays the same. I don't have enough tin production there. But for now, let's just do it like that. Might be a little bit weird, but at least it's compact, you know. So overall, I get the feeling that I don't have enough copper. Like for real. Not copper, tin. But, well, that doesn't come too unexpected. Turns out this machine here stores a ton of solder here. Oh man, that was a derp. Just noticed that the plates actually never passed that place here. Oops. So I just need to wait until this place is sated. It is. That can take a while though. Oh man, it's just a severe case of underproduction. What I did beforehand was quite good. Let's stay like this. Just sometimes it's not bad to try around and see if another idea works out better. In this case, it didn't. So I have to stick with this design for now. Also, I noticed that this place doesn't take copper in its raw form. It needs copper wires. Where is my head today? Well, let's change that. So this will work out now. Except for the fact that I don't have any tin to work with, but I guess that is a thing we have to fight somewhere else. So turns out I tend to build a new set of ore production. I mean, bottom line here was there is some mineral sludge left, so I could actually activate a third machine here. Let's do that. Let's build a new crystallizer. This will solve a lot of my problems, and the crystallizers are pretty easy to work with. They're not having any nasty side products or stuff like that. Oh, sadly, he doesn't fit here. Well, let's go like this, and I'm going to wait a sec. So that's the stuff, right? So I need some new source of that metal, and then I'm just going to accept that this machine here is just not working as efficiently as the others are working. So, but instead I get a stronger throughput of the bobmonium ore. I just hope that one ore crusher can deal with that amount, but it looks like no problem there. Okay, so let's check it out. I mean, at some point the solder production will be just full and everything will be fine, but it seems like this takes a little bit longer. So speaking about taking a little bit longer, I'm going to drop down another machine here. Or didn't I do that somewhere else already? No, I didn't do a clip manufacturer. Oh well. If I did, I'm going to find it later and be happy. I just have so many iron plates in my stockpile right now that I want to create a an ammo depot, because I have so many iron plates, but I don't want it to work like forever. I just want to transfer a few iron plates over here to make sure I'll have enough ammo to work around the biters on the island here, for example. So let's craft ourselves some gun turrets with the materials left over, and yeah, that's almost the end of this episode. Time flies. Yeah, I'm quite happy that everything is just starting to come together. I guess next episode I will be able to produce the basic electronic components. I mean, well, it's the most annoying part is that I forgot that I need to produce carbon. So carbon needs steam. What the heck? We are going to produce steam as well. Oh my goodness. Since when do these things produce sour gas? No, we're just using a regular boiler. So that means I'm even going to need a little fuel production. But a good thing that I'm going to just produce some charcoal. And again, I really think I should centralize a little fuel production somewhere, like a charcoal production, where I just pipe some fuel through my factory wherever it might be needed for other measures. Like charcoal is very, very present in a lot of recipes in this mod pack. I really noticed that by now. I didn't expect it, honestly, but especially for the gas industries, it's a very, very dominant resource. So let's go, let's bury those pumps. Okay, that's that. So I'm going to decide for myself and think about it if I'm going to produce a little charcoal array in between, just to have a surplus of fuel, because when I look at that here, if I had to produce the charcoal for this whole endeavor, it would be really, really annoying. It would be way easier if I just had charcoal, which I could use to power the boiler and the liquefier, and just have the carbon due to that. So I guess I'm going to set up a little production facility for charcoal next episode and finish the electronic circuit boards. So that's that. Drop a comment down below if you ever have anything on your mind. You know the drill. I know I love to, you guys know that I like to hear from you. And also drop a like, a share, or a subscription on my channel if you want to help me out, and if you want to make me just very happy. Whatever might be the case, check out the next episode when we're finally getting down to the electronic circuits. I mean, it's not like these things are something you build like in the first 2 hours of Factorio normally. See you guys next time. Bye bye.